Hey guys! So back at it again with another video. This time I am doing a kind of unboxing and bit of like a review on a brand that I have been purchasing fragrance oils from for probably like the last 4 years. Right off the bat, disclaimer, this is not a paid like advertisement or anything like that. I wasn't gifted anything. I purchased this with my own money. As I said, I've been buying from this brand for probably over 4 years now. A friend of mine who I think she had like a couple of like fragrances that she didn't use anymore and that weren't really suited to her scent palette. So she gifted me some like several years back, and I used them and I was like, hey, this is like awesome. I used to work in like makeup beauty industry, so I had my fair share of like, you know, playing around with the fancy fragrances and stuff. And I can't, it's not that I can't, I just don't like a lot of fragrances, I guess like mass market, mass produced fragrances. Some of them are a little like, I don't want to say like too strong, but I think a lot of like the alcohol content in some of those fragrances and stuff, it's too much for me. But so the brand in and of itself is called Hexennacht. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's Hexennacht. All of the fragrances, I'm looking at their site now. I have it pulled up on my computer. Background's a little bit different. You don't see all my plushies. Actually, you wouldn't see my plushies unless you've seen my videos on my tarot page. But anyways, on the scent descriptions page on their website, which is hexennacht.com, it says that all the scents are vegan, with the exception of babushka and milk and honey, which contain beeswax absolute, and purr, which is a newer fragrance, which I got a sample of and I love it. It says which contains wool absolute, which is upcycled from wool shorn from 100% pasture-reared New Zealand sheep. No sheep or lambs are harmed in the process. However, this would still be considered non-vegan as it is produced by an animal. So that's something that you're concerned about. There you go. I'm just gonna jump right in. Again, as I said, I've been purchasing fragrances or like oils from them for a while now, and two of the main ones that I use most frequently are Black Mass and Eulogy. I wear Eulogy pretty much every single day, on the slight occasion that sometimes I feel like changing things up, but then I'm just like, this doesn't really feel like me. So I'll switch back to like Eulogy. So if you've ever been around me, my coworkers and family members, that spicy clove scent, almost, that's Eulogy. But I bought some new ones to try, and so I'm gonna go through like the scent descriptions with y'all as well. Note, every time that I've purchased from Hexennacht, the packaging is a little bit different, and I think it goes because it's a smaller business, smaller company. The roller balls have always been a little bit different. I think I purchase like maybe every couple of months, so I'm assuming it's just depending on what's available, what they can get their hands on. But it's usually always like a roller ball form, which is what I prefer. I have purchased, I think they do offer rollerball oils, and then they also offer the actual like Perfume base kind, if that's correct, my brain, whatever. So this time when I purchased, it came in like a little packed mailer, and then the little bag was in the, I think it was a bubble mailer. I've thrown it away since. Oh no, it's here. So yeah, it was wrapped in a paper with some cardboard and stuff in a bubble mailer with a cute little sticker. I don't know if y'all can see that, maybe. Yeah. And it did come with some sticker samples. I feel like every time I've purchased or like have made a like if I've purchased more than like one or two things, she usually includes like stickers. So I got another little, if it wants to, come on camera. All right, camera's not doing it today. But we have a little bat. Is it gonna do it? I don't know what's going on with my camera today, y'all. Ooh, and then there's like this little moth sticker. Maybe it'll do it. Maybe it's the thing. It's a little bit overcast outside because Florida's getting hit with a hurricane today. Luckily, I am in a spot in central Florida where we don't typically get hit directly. I'm not like on the outer coast like Miami or like Tampa or whatever. Miami, Tampa, however that is for y'all. But we do get some pretty heavy rain and wind. So I am not at work today, so I thought I would film. So we're gonna jump right into it. First off, Eulogy. So as I said, I've purchased Eulogy many times, and I've gone through so many different bottles of it, but I have yet to purchase it as a body oil. I always buy it as like the perfume oil in the smaller jar. I have not smelled it yet. I wish that there was a way for you guys to smell through the video. It is wrapped. There's like a little rubbery bit up here, which I did not account for with these nails. So let's see if I can perhaps get them. You know what? I have scissors. Scissors. Okay. Okay. So based off of what I'm used to smelling and how strong the oils are, I will compare. So Eulogy. I'm gonna read the scent description first. My brain's all over the place. I'm sorry. Eulogy is dark patchouli, clove cigarettes, tonka bean, and marshmallow. This is the scent that I wear almost every single day. I don't care what season it is. I don't care if it's fall. I don't care if it's spring. I wear it every day. So this is the body oil. It has a little name label on the back and then the sticker on the front with the brand logo, if it'll. Okay. Well, it's just gonna not focus on that. So, okay. Well, it smells like Eulogy smells. I would put some on my skin, but I also don't want the scent of that to overpower everything else that I'm smelling. Some of these that I have purchased that I have not tried yet, I have not smelled. I'm literally taking them out of the container wrapping thing for the first time. So you'll get my first reaction for some of these things that are unfamiliar to me. The Eulogy smells like I anticipate it to smell. It is a body oil, so I'm assuming it's not going to be as strong, but I won't know until I actually wear it. I'll probably layer it with my other fragrance oil. So as I was saying, it was wrapped in like a bubble mailer, so she put the fragrances inside these little cardboard wraps, nice and sturdy. There's a bit of a gap in one because I actually purchased one for my spouse, and I always share the smelly goods with him. And I forgot to grab it, but I will read the scent description once I get to it. So the first one we have that I have not tried yet is anointing oil. So the last time that I bought one of these, the container for it was actually a little like square container about this big. It's in my bag. I should have gotten it. I didn't think this through. It's about this big, and then it has like the little top that screws off the roller, and it lasted me a while. It seemed like this go around the let's see if I can see the size of these rollers. So these are 5 milliliter perfume oil roll-ons, and y'all, there are so many scent options through Hexennacht that it's impossible to, I don't know where, I wish that I could just wear them all at once, but I don't think that would work out very well. But okay, so this one's anointing oil. Let me see if I can find it. So this one has dragon's blood, myrrh, frankincense, benzoin, sweetwood, Bulgarian rose, sweetwood, and pink pepper. Now, I work in a metaphysical shop, And even prior to that, you know, I burned a lot of frankincense and myrrh and dragon's blood incense. Like, who doesn't nowadays? So those scents I'm good with. Benzoin was something that I didn't really smell, or like I wasn't familiar with until I started working in the shop, and we have like a benzoin like powder that can be burned on like a charcoal, and it has a very sweet scent to it. I like it, but I know not everyone's like cool about that kind of stuff. I was really interested about the Bulgarian rose aspect, and the sweet wood and the pink pepper. So I'm going to get into it now and see if this is something that I'm going to wear frequently or often. It's kind of hard too because I have this little septum, and there's been days where I've opened up oils and I've gone to sniff and the septum is like dipped into the oil and I'm stuck with it all day. So I'm gonna use my pinky to get the roller ball. Okay. So this smells really nice. And it smells like, I mean, it smells kind of incensey, kind of like resiny. There is a sweet floral undertone. So I do like this. I'm iffy about florals for myself because I don't like the way that florals typically smell on me, but this is nice because it's definitely mixed with all of like the incense and resins. I like it. So I definitely think that this is going to be something that I'm going to use. I did buy it with the intent also for, I say like ritual use, but more like mindful use. So if I'm going to be meditating or maybe like spending time doing something with candles, herbs, oils, my tarot, all that kind of stuff, then I'll probably end up using this for that, unless I just decide that I'm so in love with it that I just want to wear it for the day. So that's that one, and then the next one, the next one's Eulogy. This is the one that I always wear. I'm just gonna go ahead and open it and just see if it smells like it always smells. And again, that's the other thing with this is that like every single time I have purchased through Hexennacht, and I'm telling you, I've gone through at least probably 8 or 9 bottles maybe over the last several years, maybe, or I could be over exaggerating, but it seems like I've gone through a lot, at least that many. And every time that I've purchased it, it has been consistently like the same, like all the way through. I have purchased other ones in the past that I didn't like wear as frequently, but I still have on like a shelf, just because I like having them. So this is Eulogy. I'm gonna use my other finger to roll the roller a little bit. Yep, it smells like Eulogy, like it quite a bit. That's my favorite. That's what I wear all the time. So getting into the other little batch here. So this one we have is Season of the Witch. As we are going into fall now, could not get this. So let me see if I can find it. They do have the scent descriptions sorted by like gourmands, and earthy incense, florals, those kinds of things. Although again, I will say everything is alphabetized, but there are so many that you have to like literally like scroll down, or you can Control F and type in what you're looking for and let the internet do the thing. Not the witch, what is it? They're the gourmands. Gourmands? I don't know if I'm saying it right. What do I know? So Season of the Witch is pumpkin pie, myrrh resinoid, smoked frankincense, benzoin resinoid, and warm amber. And then there is like a little disclaimer next to it that they've put on there that says safety considerations due to the inclusion of myrrh resinoid, avoid in pregnancy and breastfeeding, or consult your medical practitioner prior to use. So that's good to know in case anybody's interested. I was interested in this because again, all of the resins, the incensey scents, I'm good. I love them. But the scent of pumpkin pie with that, like, can't not. So I'm very excited to smell this one. We're gonna use the other fingy. So very incensey, very warm, as you would expect, with like a note of like pumpkin spice. Yeah, I'm probably gonna wear this a lot through through fall. I like it. But when have I not liked anything that I've gotten from Hexennacht? Like they have so many different kinds of scents, and sometimes there's like particular themes or inspirations. I don't know if I'm allowed to like say it or not say it. I don't know how like YouTube works. I don't know what I'm gonna get flagged for, and I don't want to risk it. But the movie about the Life in Plastic, it's fantastic, pink girly girl movie, yeah. There is a fragrance that they made inspired by the patriarchy, and the fragrance is called Mojo Dojo Casa House. And the last time that I purchased from them, they sent me a sample of that, and I was like, this is so ridiculous. And when I smelled it, I was like, oh my god, it's exactly what I thought the Mojo Dojo Casa House was gonna smell like. So they do offer you can get trial sized, I think drams is what they're called, the teeny ones, but you have to order it through their I think it's like a sister site. It's all on their like Instagram and stuff, but you can order tiny samples of each thing. But also now, like, because the roller balls are smaller, they're a little bit more cost effective. Rain. So this one, moving on, is Ritual. So this one I bought also with a specific intent. Oh, there it is. I bought this one to use also with specific intent, kind of like the anointing oil. Stated on the scent description, this formula was made with magical intent. It says primarily as a protective / healing formulation. So it's got dragon's blood, red frankincense, red cedarwood, red musk, and saffron. So as some of y'all may know or may not know, and if this is your first time seeing me, hello, hi, my name is Lilith. I like ooky spooky things. I am a professional tarot reader, and I like a lot of different things, and I do a lot of different stuff. So because I do tarot readings, and I have to work in an environment that requires me to be, it requires my senses, my intuition, my antenna to be switched on quite often. I definitely like to have options for protective things. I usually like using oils and sprays, stuff like that, amongst other things that I use for protection. So I am stoked yet again to smell this. Sounds like it's gonna smell great. Doubt I'm gonna hate it. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. So I don't know if it's because I think it's the cedar wood, because everything is very incensey, but it's kind of like brighter. It's probably the cedar wood and the saffron where it smells a lot sweeter. It's sweeter and it's brighter, but it still has that incensey undertone. I like it a lot. I'll probably definitely use it while I'm working. So yeah, there's those. And I will go through and just read you all the scent descriptions for what I purchased for Julian, my spouse. Okay, so Julian is quite the opposite of me in many ways. If you have met them in person, you know that we are two very opposite energies. I typically, in a outside setting, I'm the one that's a little bit more extroverted of the two. However, overall, I'm pretty introverted. I think we're both pretty introverted. They are somebody that is very like minimalistic, very like brutalist, IKEA catalog. They like things to be very like beep, beep, beep. I am somebody that is quite opposite. I've always been very like maximalist and I'm kind of just like all over the place. I'm learning as I'm getting older though to find like a balance, but in terms of like fragrances, I personally like the heavy incense, woodsy, like muskier scents. Julian really likes the more like sometimes like woodsy, more leaning like clean, fresh scent. If you've ever smelled, I say grass. If you've ever gone to Lush and you've smelled the body wash called grass, there's like a base of like neroli or something. It's kind of like a really fresh kind of sweet scent. Those are things that they kind of like. So I saw originally that there was a fragrance on here called Lucifer, and it has white sage, blue musk, cedar, blackberry, black tea, bergamot, and apple. And at first I thought that that was what I was going to end up getting for them, but then I was like, they don't typically lean more fruity, at least not in fragrances. And so I decided to go with Morning Star instead. In the parentheses, it says Shop Lucifer Blend. Not sure if that is in relation to the Lucifer blend or what, I'm not sure. But the one that I ended up getting for them is Morning Star, and it's orange blossom, aldehydes, green tea, galangal or galangal, however you want to pronounce it, and then white musk and neroli. It has neroli in it, so I figured they might like it. I smelt it. They've been wearing it. It smells amazing. And yeah. Oh, I can't forget. So they sent me a sample yet again of the newer fragrance. So if you have been around me since I've had my cat slash cats, my cats, y'all know that I love to take Morgana, my black fluffy cat, and stick my face in her. And I'm sure that I am not alone in that sentiment where you have a cat and the cat smells amazing and clean and beautiful all the time. So one of their newest scents is called Purr. It has kitten fur, accord, yarn, in parentheses it says wool absolute, milky kitten breath, tonka bean absolute, and musk. So when I first saw that, I was like, that sounds really good. And I almost was curious about what it smelled like, because a long time ago, and I say a long time ago, it was like 2017, I was in the store somewhere still in Texas, and they had a line of fragrances, and now I can't remember what the line was, but it was like fragrances of things that were supposed to smell like the thing. And there was one called like kitten fur, and I remember when I smelled it, I was so blown away because it smelled like Morgana. And I'm pointing this way because she's curled up over there. But it smelled exactly like Morgana, and I was like, how? So I was curious if Purr would smell similar, if it would smell like kitten fur. So I was very pleased and happy to find a little dram. I give up on my camera right now. But they sent me a dram of it, and I did smell it before, and I'm gonna smell it again. It smells so good. It smells so good, and it smells almost similar to what my cat smells like, maybe just like amplified by like 100. It's very like, there's a note of like sweetness, and then the rest of it has kind of like a dry, I'm assuming it's from like the Wool Absolute, but it's kind of like a dry scent, and I don't really know how else to describe it. It's just very like comforting. Like you kind of just like want to smell it and like put it on your sweater and like roll around in it. But yeah, I like that quite a lot. And yeah, so that does it for the opening of the package and going over the fragrances. Like I said, this was not gifted to me. This was not a paid promotion or an ad or a partnership, collaboration, anything like that. I just literally wanted to make it because I feel like if any of y'all out there are really sick and tired of having to go to different stores to find a perfume that everybody else is wearing, and you want something a little bit more unique, and you prefer to support smaller businesses, then I would definitely recommend Hexennacht. There are also many other like smaller fragrance companies and stuff, and maybe I'll order some from them later on, but I've been pretty consistent with this, and I also don't want to like over purchase and not use any of these fragrances for the sake of just making videos. But I do encourage y'all to check out Hexennacht. Again, it is Hexennacht. I'll actually put a link to their site in the description underneath the video if y'all want to just go check that out. Check out their Instagram. And then as for me, I mentioned before that I do have a separate channel for some like tarot related things, and I still haven't quite figured out how I want to do this channel and the other channel, and I think I'm just gonna do it as I see fit and however I feel given the time that I have in between not working and doing other things. So sorry. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that, and yeah, if you'll have any other questions or you have any ideas or things you want me to make videos of, just leave them below in the comments, and if I see something that I'm like, hey, I want to do that, then you might see it on the channel. But until then, bye. All of the info will be down in the description, and also don't forget to go watch my Salem vlog from, oh my god, it's been like a month. It's been like a month and a half. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, go check it out, and I will see you guys next time.